recording. Welcome to my blog .stampwithelaine.com and welcome to the 11th episode of my Countdown to Christmas 2015 series. This series has 12 Christmas themed projects to make this festive season a memorable one. I started it back in mid-September and I can't believe we're almost at the finishing gate, as next week will be the final one in this series. Gift giving at Christmas often involves a wine bottle or two, so instead of buying bottle bags you can make your own. So this week we are going to be revisiting one of my old favourites, the gift bag punch board. So the materials you need are the gift bag punch board, scoring tool as well, the 2.5-inch circle punch, and to make the tag we need the ornate tag topper punch and a 1-inch square punch, cobbler ink pad, and this Lots of Joy stamp set to make the tag with. Need a scrap of cherry cobbler cardstock and Whisper White. We'll need a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock that measures 12 inches by 11 inches, and in centimetres that's 30.5 by 28 centimetres. To decorate the panels we'll need 5 strips of Merry Moments DSP. These have been cut at 1 3/4 inches by 7 7/8 inches, so that's 4.5 by 20 centimetres. For our tag we'll need a strip of cardstock that measures 2 inches by 4 inches, and in centimetres that's 5 centimetres by 10.2 centimetres. And you also need a scrap that coordinates with the panels in Merry Moments as well, and that's been cut at 1/2 inch by 2 inches, so in centimetres that's 1 centimetre by 5 centimetres. First we bring in our scoreboard, and with the long side, the 12-inch side at the top, we score at 9.5 inches. Then we bring our gift bag punch board in and we line up our cardstock with the 11-inch all the way into the housing here, and we want to score the horizontal line all the way through. Turn our board back the right way up, and we only want to score from the side groove here. So you line it up on the start line, and you need to remember to punch each time. Then you slide your cardstock to the left, still keeping in contact with the groove here, and line up the beak to the line that you've just scored. Punch, score at the side line, and be careful when you're scoring so that you don't hit the end of the board and accidentally tear your paper. So repeat for all the panels until you reach the end of the paper. I've put my scoreboard on the side like this, otherwise the camera won't catch what I'm doing. Maybe it's better this side. And where you see these grooves here, they don't exactly match up, but if you can follow the groove, and you can just adjust it slightly so that you can continue scoring to the end of your cardstock, because it's fallen short as the punch board wasn't long enough. So I'll do that now. Now it's scored all the way along. Next thing you want to do is to punch the holes at the opposite end of your tabs. So you still use this beak as a guideline and line it up with each score line and punch the holes. And for the last one, then you line up your beak to the edge of your paper, or rather cardstock. So you've punched all your holes. Take your scissors and just cut a V, and that's the tab to join up your box. Now it's time to glue your DSP together. Now it's time to burnish your score lines. Put tear and tape right up to the top on your small flap. Remove the protective layer and then butt the edges up together. You can't lie this one down flat because it's got 5 sides and it's not even. Make sure your holes line up at the top and that the edges line up at the bottom before you actually make this sealed fast. Okay, now you're ready to pop your bottle of wine in. I just wanted to point out that these panels are 2-inch panels, and it will fit a standard bottle of wine. If you have odd shapes, it might not fit, or you might have to adjust the size, but it will fit a normal bottle of wine. So now that I've got my bottle in, it will give me a bit of stability. And then I want to punch a 2-inch circle in a coordinating colour of the cardstock. So as I've used cherry cobbler here, I've got a scrap of cherry cobbler. And I'm going to smother this with glue. And attach it to the base of my bottle. Take my bottle of wine out and then use a ruler to make sure that the circle has really adhered properly. Now I'll take a length of ribbon. I've doubled it because this ribbon is so fine. I'd say about 1 metre long. It's better to have too much than too little. Determine where your join is. So that's at the back. Have it facing the back. So this is your front. Then when you're threading the ribbon through, pinch the sides. So it's easier to thread through if you do it this way. Pop your bottle in, and then you're ready to tie it. for the tag, we need our tag topper punch and a little piece of scrap of Merry Moments DSP. Pop that on the bottom. Bring in our cherry cobbler, and we're using this little stamp. A 1-inch square punch, a bit of glue on the back of this. I tend to try and make these flat, because if you put it on dimensionals, 10 to 1 they get knocked off, because the dimensionals can get caught in something and then it becomes unstuck. So now there's this to and from in this stamp set. So to, from, then a bit of silver cording thread, loop it and thread from front to back, and then you can tie it to the side of your bottle. There you have it, a quick and simple way to gift wrap your bottles if you're giving wine away as a gift. Which do you prefer? I've done one in silver and one in gold. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Don't forget, if you need supplies, do visit my online store via my blog.stampwithelaine.com. If you haven't got a demonstrator, I would love to be yours. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.